out of room almost perfectly, so we'll just keep that how it is and start printing. So let me get my paper stuck to my mat here. And we're going to test out oh, it's cutting 4 of 4. Let's start at the beginning and go. I'm pretty sure I told it to print and cut. I hope so. If not, I'll have to do a lot of fussy cutting. The dogs are right behind the tripod. Sorry. Sorry, Pop. I'm just trying to print something, girl. Okay, let's let it print. Hi, Maya. I'm sorry. I'm sorry for making you move. While it's printing, I can show you a little bit of my room. I'm not completely done with it yet, but I've been working on it. I can show you guys. Let me move this real quick. Okay, so this is my table. I've been reorganizing. I used to have stacks of papers along the wall there, and I've moved them, and I'm working on a couple of giveaways and projects and glue dot stuff. So this is all my messy area right now. But I'm really excited. I'll show you if I can get away from the tripod. I want to show you guys what I've been doing with my papers. I'm so excited about how I got it organized because I've been wondering what I was going to do. I had all these 6x6 paper pads just stacked on here like a mile high, it felt like. And then all these papers I just organized. They were stacked right against this wall and taking up so much of my table space. So what I did was I figured out this little bin I had my scraps in held the 6x6 pads 2 in a row. So I really like that I could fit all my little 6x6 pads in here and just flip through and grab what I want. And then I organized all my papers into these little plastic things. I shipped 12 by 12 papers in these little plastic protectors, but I just grabbed some of them and used them to keep all my papers organized because I had already thrown away the ones that these Echo Park things come in, and I had them all stacked in one big huge thing like this one. And then I found it really hard to go through and find just what papers I wanted. So I divided them out again, and then I put my little paper scraps in here, and then I have all my alphabets in here, and then I have my score pal. So you can hear it's making a lot of noise, but it's still going. Okay, now it's going to the cut phase. Very nice. Alright, it's doing its thing. So I can keep talking to you guys about this little bin. I actually have 2 of these stacked, and then they come with lids. These are from IKEA, and they were so cheap. I can't remember, like $2 or $3 maybe $5. I don't know, but it was so cheap. I couldn't believe how cheap they were. So I got 2 of them, and I kept the extra lid for this one. It's in my closet. But I thought it was perfect for storing all my little papers. And then it's right next to my chair. I love that. Okay, so let's go back to the machine. And I know I've been promising you guys to do a scrap room tour. And I'll give you guys the full tour. I promise I'll give you the full tour very, very soon. I'm just working on my last bit of reorganizing because I want it to be beautiful when you guys see it. So this is going to take a while with the cutting. I just was so proud of my little bin and using it for all the paper. That has made my table so much roomier. as you can see, it has to think between each cut to make sure it's going to go in the right place. Let me look here. So far they look really good. One thing is it prints out a little bit extra past where it wants to cut. That's called the bleed. And so it cuts right inside those little bleed marks, and that way you have all of the ink you need on the paper and you're not going off the edge. And I think that one looks like it almost is off a little bit. But I think it actually stayed within the bleed marks. One thing I did notice is the calibration starts to get off the further you get down the page. Like the first cuts are perfect, they're spot on, and then these bottom ones tend to shift a little bit and they don't look exactly the same. And sometimes they can even be off of the bleed. Most of the time they're still okay. Okay, there's page 1. Okay, so I want to show you what I'm talking about with the little bleed marks. Yeah, and this one I think cut off a little bit. Okay, I don't know if I'm zoomed in. Okay, so let's say this blue one, it's perfect and you can see the little bleed lines are about the same thickness all the way around the image. So it works really nice. But then down here at the bottom, the bleed marks aren't even close. Let's see, where am I? Okay, there. You can see, I know it's really light, so it's going to be hard for you guys to see. This bleed line is way, way thicker than the one on this side. And same from the bottom. The bottom's huge, and then this top mark, there's hardly any bleed showing up. But on my image here, there we go. On my image here, it looks like it stayed within that bleed area, so my image is still okay. I can still use it. Oh, there's page 1. I'm going to go. Okay, so I just started working on page 2, and the lines are completely off. It was awful. So I have this whole sheet of printed things, and they're cut out wrong. I stopped the machine, and I'm going to see if I can get the other things cut out, but I don't know, because you can see it's totally off. It's absolutely ruined. The little clouds are ruined. You can see. So I'm going to see if I can figure out how to get it to cut the things right, but I don't know if it's going to work, so we'll have to see. Okay guys, so I went in under settings and I'm going to try cut only because I already have this whole page printed out, and that way I would only have to reprint and cut these first few that got cut before I realized that it was off. So let's see if it will work. I'm not sure. Okay, let's say apply. It's thinking about it. Okay. Just want page 2. I really hope that doesn't mean all my pages are going to be messed up. Okay, so let's go to page 2. Next. Still thinking about that. Okay, page 2 of 4, go cut. Let's see. I'm applying light pressure. Oh, I really hope it works. I'd hate to have to fussy cut all those things. Okay, we'll give it a try. Let's see what happens. Okay. Alright, so I've got page 2 working. It seems to be fine. Okay, so I just got done with page 2. And it looks like everything was cut out all right. The lines are a little bit off still. The first page was actually really nice, And so these ones, they're off just a teeny bit, but I think I'll be able to keep them and they won't look too bad, hopefully, but I'll try. But I'm going to have to end up going back and redoing the clouds and these two pieces of grass. Okay, so I wanted to show you guys this page too that I had to go back and try to cut only. And they're just off by a little bit. It looks kind of funky. You can see like this one. This little white right here. I don't like it. And under the little ear. Then under its belly. It just doesn't look wonderful. It looks just a little bit weird. Of course it didn't matter for this big one. This one seemed to be pretty much okay, but you can see there's just a little bit white here and no white around any of the other parts. And then white up here. And then this little thing, he looks really funky because he's so small. You don't see, he lined up really bad. And then these little calla lily grass pieces. They're just not lined up perfectly wonderful. This one, this side, over on this side, is a little bit funky. So, I think I'm going to have to do this page pretty much over again. See the little mushroom? He doesn't look right, and the snail doesn't look right. So I think I'm just going to have to do this whole page again. But I'm going to try to do page number 3 first and see if it works. Okay. So I really should just film this whole process and not try to skip the cutting and whatever, because I'm about to go crazy. I'm so frustrated because I know I went back to the settings and hit print and cut, and when I saw the little go button it says go print and cut, and then what happens? It only prints. Now last time on my page number 2 I did cut only. Never at all did I ever do print only, and so I don't know why it just didn't cut my paper. So I'm so mad, and I hope it'll cut next time. I'm going to go under and try to do cut only. Since it didn't print and cut, it only printed. See, it still says. I don't know if you guys can see that. Let me scoot you guys closer. Okay, it even says right here, print and cut, because that's what I tried to do. Now, I have to go back and try to cut only. So let's apply that. I don't even know if it cut the right page out. I was trying to cut page number 3. And so we'll see what page I actually got here in a second. Apply, please. Oh, it is thinking about it. Okay. I thought I just didn't hit the right button. Okay, so let's go back to page number 3. Okay, it did cut out page number 3. Let's see, the little turtle. Okay, so let me double check my settings, make sure it didn't revert back when I clicked on this page. Okay, cut only. Okay, good. So you saw it. It says cut only. And I know it said print and cut last time. Okay, let's go back to the page 3. This is the one we're going to try to cut out. Okay, next. Get that paper ready. Oh, that's so irritating when it doesn't listen to me. Okay, go cut. Light pressure. Okay, it sucked it in, and we'll just let it do its own thing. I'm trying to cut only again. It didn't work last time, and I want to see if I can catch it doing the same thing again. Okay, it just basically spit out my paper and would not cut, so I don't know what's going on. Because you guys just saw it, it worked perfectly the first page, and the second page sucked, and now this third page has sucked so far. Okay, well maybe I need to leave the camera on the whole time, because now it's doing what it's supposed to do. let me show you guys. These are not very nice, and you watched me calibrate. So let's check it out. Like, let's just peel some up. I just restickied my mat. It's the only thing that has changed. Okay, I can't hold it and peel them up. So let me set you down for a second and peel some of these up. Like Mr. Turtle. Look, he looks really, really bad. I can't use that on anything because it looks so bad. You can see his lines. They're just off. I mean, it's completely off the blade. His tail is not even on. It looks like it's off maybe 1/4 of an inch. That's only on the second line. The first line was still really bad. It wasn't quite as bad, but they just got worse the further down the page. I mean, none of this is usable. Peel this back. I mean, that doesn't even look, you can't even really tell what it is because it's so off. The bottle is off. You see the green on the one side. You're not really supposed to be seeing that much green. And then at the very bottom, it's totally off. The little onesie's bad. This little bib is totally ruined. I've got a whole page of stuff that doesn't look good. And my last page didn't look that great. So, I mean, the bib hole's not in the right place. And then there's no border on this side of the bib. All of it's just ruined, so I'm going to have to recalibrate and try cutting out stuff again. And what I guess I'll do is not go past page 1 because page 2 and 3 did not work at all. So I'm going to stick to one page and see how that goes.